Hello, hello, and thank you for joining me today. Today I'm gonna be using this My Mind's Eye collection that I've had for a very long time. I have the 6x6 paper pad. I actually think I have two of these. I've used it quite a bit, so I have a whole bunch of scraps in there. This is from 2015, so it's been in my stash for about 11 years, and it's still not all used up. So I am using this kit that I have, and the for the background I am using the dark pink cardstock as well as that paper that has the triangles. I used a little bit of washi on the sim so it's more it looks more finished. And this is a Caitlin Schaefer Anytime paper pad from the Scraptastic Club, from also from 2015. So that's how I got my background. I have a collage of four 3x4 pictures, and I have already gone through the embellishments from the collection and chosen things that I think are going to work. I'm going to do my best to use most of these. Spoiler, I do not get all of these on the layout. I tried really hard to use that word hello that I have up top, but in the end, it does not make it into the layout. I am gonna have clusters of these flowers. I think these flowers are very pretty. Um, and I like that they are different sizes and different colors, so it really ties everything in. I like the gold accent as well, so I'm going to use this, what came from the sticker sheet. I'm gonna end up putting here in the middle of the four pictures just as a finishing touch to that seam in the middle. And I'm just trying to place that label. I think that label works really well, so I want to get it down on the layout. It's going to give me a spot for my date as well. And I am just fussing with these flowers a little bit and deciding the placement. So I like the cluster on the bottom right, but I have to move that bottom left cluster up to the middle of the picture, and I like the visual triangle that this creates. I'm trying to use some of these butterflies as well, but that butterfly with the black outline, that didn't really go for me, so I end up using just the white one on that top left side. And this frame that I have, I end up cutting it in half, and I'm going to use half of it on the right side under those flowers and the other half on the left side also under those flowers, so those two clusters are more consistent. I'm going through more of the ephemera. I see that I have a second one, but that's when I decide to just cut it in half because half of it is going to be tucked in anyways, so there's no reason to use both of them up. So the pink side is going to stay on that bottom right corner. It has the word smile on it. And then the gold is going to go on the left side. I am again just fussing with those, making sure I like the placement and how I'm gonna have those. I like how it looks. It, I love these florals and how this all came together. And now this is when I decide that that hello is not working, and that tag also didn't make it into the layout. So I just use the gold arrows to just distribute that gold throughout the layout. I go into my resin flowers and I bring out some of these white resin flowers, and I just scatter them around my two clusters as well as up top near where that arrow is. I'm also gonna put my date on that arrow because that label, as much as I loved it and I thought it went really well, it didn't make it into the layout. But I still want to make sure that the date is showing up and that I have that pretty prominent on my layout. So now I'm just gluing these down. The name of the title for this layout ends up being Oh Happy Day, which is that sticker that I have in the middle. And I just let the pictures be the showcase of the layout overall, the pictures of these flowers. That is pretty much it. So once I am done gluing everything down, I first to see if I'm gonna add some more flowers, if I like that, and how to create a triangle. And that's when I am going to come in and put the date on that top right corner under that arrow, between the arrow and the pictures, and add those resin flowers there. Another one for my 2013 album is completed, and this also came together pretty quickly. I think it took me maybe 40 minutes with the building the background and getting all the supplies out. Here are a few close-ups for you guys to see those details. I love these resin flowers. I have had them for a long time and I've used them a lot, and I still have a whole bunch. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.